AEs and small businesses scale their sales to the moon with proven processes and cutting-edge sales automation software. So whether you're an agency looking to crush it for your clients, or you're a small business ready to level up, we've got your back. So today, guys, back on the walk and talk, here we are. Actually, look, I'm wearing a sweater. You're probably wondering, where is he? He's not in Vegas. That's right, I'm not. I'm in an undisclosed location for some secret mission. I won't get into it here, but anyways, it's day 2 of that mission. So here we go. The title of this video is, and by the way, I just want to say something real quick about consistency before I start. I've learned something over these last 70 something days of just going on a 10-mile walk every day. And obviously I changed other things too, my eating habits and a bunch of stuff, drop weight, feel healthier, drop my resting heart rate down to 52. That's pretty cool. But anyways, I learned a lot about consistency. It's not how much you do every day, it's the fact that you do every day. It's literally, and I know probably a lot of people hear that and they're like, yes, that's true, duh. And I've heard that for many years and never really sunk in until I actually started to do it. Walking something as small as this, it doesn't take much energy to do, makes a huge difference in my mind, and it's helped my body, which has then helped my business. And all of these things are related. It's helped my faith. It's helped me calm down. It's helped me with my relationships. Just that one simple thing. Then added on some push-ups, and that has been cool because I've gotten stronger. I'm able to do way more push-ups really fast now than I used to do. I mean, I started off barely being able to do 10, and now I'm pumping out 50 push-ups in a few minutes. So give me a few more weeks, I'll be doing 100. So anyways, the title of the video, BDRs, SDRs, and AEs, who should you hire first? Well, let's start with you. Everybody watching this is gonna be in a different place in their business. So what my answer is for me may not be the answer for you. So my first suggestion is, if you don't have sales experience, and this is not gonna go over well with some people, don't even bother hiring a BDR, which is a business development representative, an SDR, sales development representative, or an AE, an account executive. Don't bother hiring anybody until you level up your own skills. So start consuming some training, sales content, like how to get better at sales. There's a lot of good ones out there. Alex Hermosi, Grant Cardone, Jordan Belfort. There's a bunch of them, Andy Elliott. There's a ton of them out there that'll give you free content online. Go watch those videos. Level up your sales skills while you're doing, that's the other big thing. A lot of people just focus on reading books, watching videos, and saying, okay, I'm getting better. No, you're not. You can learn everything and do nothing, and you'll never get better, right? Just like we were just talking about, getting on the walk every day, this road, which right now it's uncomfortable because, why is it uncomfortable? Actually, the weather's really nice here. It's like 50 degrees, but it's uncomfortable because I had to jump out of bed early in the morning and do something that I didn't feel like doing because, well, I'm on a road trip. I'm somewhere else. I don't want to be I don't want to be doing this. So do those things every day that's going to make yourself a little bit uncomfortable. Pick up the phone and make your cold calls. My suggestion, you'll hear people say, make like 50 calls or whatever. Look, you may have to make 200 calls. Make as many calls as you can every day, because the only thing that matters in the beginning is leveling up, getting better, okay? Everybody's, when they start their business, thinking about sales, which is important. Sales is important. Money is needed in order to run your business and live your life. But if you don't get the skill, you'll never be self-sufficient. So pick up the phone. My favorite way to get the skill, smile and dial. Learn as you go. Fail forward fast. It works like clockwork. It works so well. Like, put yourself in an uncomfortable position. Sell something you're not sure about whether you're going to be able to actually do what you said you're going to do. Put yourself out there. Offer a guarantee, a money-back guarantee. Do what you say you're going to do, but stretch yourself thin. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how you get better, okay? So, that being said, okay, that's the first thing. Don't hire a BDR, a SDR, or an AE until you are ready to have somebody. Now, once you're ready and you've got some sales skills, maybe you're the founder, like I'm the founder that started my company after already being proficient in sales. So it was super easy. My story, I was getting married, and I worked for a big company. Big company didn't pay me well on commission. I knew I can go do better if I were on my own. I knew how much money they were making, and I was like, if I sold this on my own, bought my own leads, run my own P&L, dude, I'll make way more money and I'll have to work less hours. So that was what motivated me. I didn't have to think about it. I just one day quit my job, which was a multiple six-figure job as a sales manager, and said, I'm out. And they were like, no. And I'm like, oh, well, bye. So went and did that. And it was easy. I closed my first big fat deal on my kitchen table, then went to open an office. And the first people that I hired outside of an assistant, which I did, as a salesperson, you need an assistant, a good one. If you're a good sales guy or girl, you need an assistant that can help you process things, whatever it is that you're doing. Someone's going to do your paperwork, make sure your customers get good results. But the next person that I hired outside of my assistant were people to help me with lead generation. That's your BDRs, your business development representative. So if you're business to business, which is my main focus, I love B2B. If you're B2B, those are your cold callers. Those are the individuals that are going out and making people aware about who you are, what you do, and sifting for you, right? Because as a highly equipped salesperson, you don't have the time, you shouldn't be doing all those calls yourself, okay? Now, what's the next level beyond the BDR is the SDR, sales development representative. Their job is to take that lead that's now aware of you and your problem and warm that lead up, make them more inclined to buy, okay? So am I worried about the guy following you? Thank you. That's funny. No, I'm not, thankfully. But there's a shadow that's like I'm chasing him because the sun's behind me. Anyways, so the SDR, their job is to take that lead that's a little bit warm. They know who they are. They know who you are. You know what the problem that they have is. I'm skipping across like your ICP and all that stuff, your ideal client profile. Everybody should know who that person is before they even make a call. And you should really dial in your list before you have your BDRs making these calls, but you got to get them to know who you are. And dude, let me tell you how amazing this is. I accidentally fell into this a few years ago when our BDR team didn't have enough leads to dial on some automotive dealerships that we were prospecting to. This was back in 2018. There was only a very small amount of car dealerships that we wanted to talk to. They had to have a certain number of sales. And if they didn't, we couldn't help them. So I was like, well, we'll see if we could find more, but let's start with this. It was like 200, 250. It was really small. And lucky for us, it takes a lot of effort to get to a car dealership and get them to listen to you. So repetition over and over and over and over. That was super helpful. So again, I deviated a little bit there, but ICP, super important. Know who it is that you're targeting. Get your BDR on that person. Then when the SDR takes over, I know you're right. I should walk against the flow of traffic. I was, and you're right. I'm actually close to a sidewalk though. So thanks for your care. You are 100% right. Stupid what I'm doing right now. But anyways, and I'm actually in a zone. It's like 35 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour. So it looks like I'm on a highway, but I'm not. So the SDR, what they're going to do once somebody's aware of who you are, they should be capable of asking more questions, sharing more content, educating the person more, and then also at the same time getting that individual on with the account executive. So in my case, even at this point in my business, I still play the role of the AE. I'm always in the role of the AE or the super closer. One day, hopefully, I don't know. I say hopefully. I'll probably never stop being the AE, the account executive, or the super closer. But that's just because I really like the process of getting into selling. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, so there we go. So AEs. When do you hire an AE? Well, you hire the AE when you are unable to handle all of the leads that's coming through. And I really believe you should always constantly be focused on that flow of leads, always keeping it going as much as possible to the point where it's just, you can't barely keep up with the appointments. Myself, when I'm packing out my calendar, I'm handling 5 to 7 appointments a day, usually minimum, some days 10 appointments. I'll take appointments on my calendar till 10 o'clock at night, midnight. You know what I'm saying? As long as I can, I'm taking those calls. So, anywho, that's it, guys. Wanted to just get this out there for you guys today. Think about where you are in your process. If you are a small business owner, or sorry, not a small business owner. If you're a good salesperson already, and you know what you're doing, and you've been doing the cold calling thing, supplement first with a BDR. Help make sure that you're talking to more people a little bit further on. You should still be the SDR and the AE for a little while. And then once you're ready, bring on that SDR. A good ratio is about 2 BDRs, depending on the quality of your leads. I mean, obviously the leads quality is going to get better over time the more you call it, but you should have about 2 BDRs per SDR and 2 BDRs per SDR, and then I'd say 1 SDR is good for 1 AE. So 2, 1, 1, and that should be good. And then once you get to a point where you start to build your team, probably bring in a sales manager for every 10 of those people. All right. Anyways, those numbers are not always consistent across different channels. It depends on what you guys are doing and what leads you're calling, but I hope this helps. All right, guys, I'm going to get off this. I'm about to jump in our office hours now. Office hours is our daily thing that we do for our hot prospector customers. These are agencies scaling up their business by making phone calls for their clients. They do lead generation, or not lead, yeah, they do lead generation, and then they book appointments for these clients on their calendar rather than just sending them leads. If you have if you're curious about that, you can find out more on our school community. It's free. Go to school.com/hot prospector, request to join. I'll add you for free. Go in there, consume content, learn more strategies that you can use to scale your business to the moon. And also, let's see, there's another thing you can do. Well, anyways, that's all I can think of right now. If you don't have Hot Prospector, you're looking to make some calls, go check out Hot Prospector, hotprospector.com. That's our sales tool that'll help you make your calls faster and better. I also have a free lead finder tool that you can use. Go back and look at my videos. I should put a link to it here somewhere if I can later. But that video, it shows you how our lead finder works, how to use it to get the best quality leads. And you can use that again. It's a free tool as well. All right, guys, thanks again. See you soon. Bye-bye.